Hello and welcome to Snooty's 67th birthday bash. Today we interviewed lots of people and had a blast at Snooty's 67th birthday party. Stay tuned for more.
I'm Kathy Fitzgerald, and I am the middle school summer camp director for the South Florida Museum. And I'm an art teacher by profession, and I like to teach history and science through art. And we have a wonderful time here with the middle schoolers at the South Florida Museum. So this summer, we built habitats of the various indigenous cultures in America. We learned about the Iroquois and the Wampanoag, which were the Indians who helped the Pilgrims, by the way. We first built the we painted the murals. The kids all created this. We painted this mural, which actually is a two-part mural, a backdrop for the Iroquois Longhouse and also a backdrop for the Wampanoags, Wetu, or sometimes is called a wigwam. So the kids constructed the habitats. They also learned about legends, particularly of the Iroquois. So we have some representative pieces of various legends. All right, our third camp, we actually built southeastern representational habitats, and this is a fishing camp, a temporary fishing camp along the Mississippi, inhabited by the Choctaws. And the kids learned about the Choctaw tribe. They also learned about how the Choctaws helped during World War II as code talkers. We went into the museum and we studied some of the pottery that we have on display that has been found at the Whedon Digs just north of here. And we looked at the design work that was typically used, which was a lot of little stippling dots, holes punched in, fairly plain pottery. So the kids modeled their pottery in the same manner as those Southeastern Indians did. This is how we handle our middle school camps. We do hands-on. Our kids were sawing, hammering, using tools that they've never used before, which was a lot of fun to teach them how to use those things. Painting, working as a team, very much of a team-building exercise. It's not so much a make-and-take camp as some of our younger kids have seen, but working together as a team to create this huge habitat. They can go online at the South Florida Museum under summer camps, very easy to find. This is the last camp. Our camps are concluding, but of course we'll start back again next summer. But they can find it easily through South Florida Museum website under summer camps. The registration is right there. They'll be able to preview a little bit of a synopsis of each camp. You know, a camp can be taken. I've got kids who took one camp. I have kids who were here for every single camp. So it's open for any child going into 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and we'll be back next summer.
I think it would be really fun to do and really educational.
And what about you, young lady?
I think it would help you with learning and help you do art and drawing and stuff like that.
It is very fun. You make new friends and you learn a lot more than you really think that you are. And the art, you may think it's hard, but it really isn't. It's just simple stuff, and you just once you put it together, you'll be proud of yourself, and you know, and plus you also know more about that culture of Indians and stuff. So I'd say it is actually very educational, fun, and it'll help you on your art skills.
Well, Moat has been coming here for several years, way before my time, but I have been coming to Snooty's birthday for 2 years. Well, Moat's goal is to bring our aquarium to others who haven't been to our full-size aquarium over in Sarasota, and we're here really to educate the public about the importance of marine life and its ecosystems. Behind us, we actually have a 1,000-gallon saltwater tank, and it's filled with species that you would find in the Florida Keys. One of Moat's big initiatives right now is protecting the coral reefs of the Keys. Some of our other tables, we have our bone table, and this is all about stories of these marine mammals. So we actually have guessing games on how these animals died and why it's important to save marine mammals. We also have a shark table. As some of you may know, Moat is known for our shark research, and we have an entire table filled with real tags that our scientists use, and also some information about sharks and why sharks are so important as the top predator in the ocean. It's really good to see this many young people really involved in marine science. It brings hope for the future. People are excited. They're excited about Snooty. They're excited about marine mammals, and that's huge. Manatees are an endangered species, so it's really important that we get out and protect these animals and also all of our ocean ecosystem. Because of the ocean, it sustains our life. Sure, we actually have an exhibit. It's our new exhibit for the season. It's called Oh Baby, and it focuses all on reproduction of animal species. So we have a lot of baby animals in there. So you can see kind of the growth of animals and why it's so important to sustain their life cycles. We also, of course, have our own manatees, Hugh and Buffett. We have our sea turtle center as well, where you can see some of our injured sea turtles, and they'll have some babies who they are helping get healthier to go out in the ocean, and of course, we have all of our sharks. One of the best resources is our website. It's www.moat.org, and you can find out all about our research programs as well as our aquarium and all of the public programs that we offer.
Well, we're so happy that every year we get an opportunity to highlight what we do here at the museum, taking care of Snooty, the now officially recognized world's oldest living manatee in captivity. And Snooty has been our mascot for many, many years, even longer than I've been here at the museum for the last 5 years, to help us talk about manatee conservation and environmental programming that we do, making people aware of where we live is a very special place. Well, South Florida Museum is sort of three components. We have the Parker Manatee Aquarium that we just spoke about, the Bishop Planetarium, where we've recently installed a $1 million new projection system that can take us to the furthest regions of the universe. And then in the center, our core is our museum, which highlights natural history of Florida, how the Earth was formed, how Florida was formed, the animals that have lived here on up to the present. So we've really got a number of things going on.
We've been in this community for many, many years, and we have early learning education programs. All fourth graders come here and go through the museum and have hands-on. We have volunteers from the community that start as middle schoolers and go through high school and go on to college and come back and join us as staff. We reach out to the other entities that are into conservation, and we help them. We also are doing programs with the colleges and 11 other counties, 11 counties total, that they bring their children on school buses to go through and see the museum, see Snooty, see the planetarium, experience a hands-on type of learning. It's very, very successful in that. Well, I think in anything, if you're static, if you don't have change, you become old and boring. And the opportunities that we have here is just enormous. So our plans, as you've alluded to, we have plans of expanding the building, and with that comes a whole new concept of seeing our museum called Pathways, which will help guide people through and see the natural progression of man and where we started and where we are now. And that pathways is something that can be changed easily and adapt to whatever the new topics or new hot spots may be, and we're excited about those changes.
We're somewhat landlocked here in our location in downtown Bradenton, but we do have some corners that we can take advantage of and increase the size of the building. We'd like to increase our changing exhibitions areas to bring in larger exhibitions for the community. Our collection has grown and we need more collection space, so there is just a need to grow. As Gary was talking about too, we're expanding a lot of our educational programming with our summer camps and even working with colleges in the area, so we need more classroom space. So there's just a need to grow, and we're really looking forward to it. We've been in about a 4.5-5 year planning process. We're getting very close to breaking ground on some of those components, so it's going to be exciting, I think, for us as well as the entire Bradenton and Manatee County community.
We welcome everyone. It's we are a learning environment here of all ages. So come out and see Snooty, come out and see our planetarium, come out and meet the staff, and have a great time.
Well, in the museum, we're not only about the different planetarium shows that we have and about Snooty and the aquarium, we're also about summer camps and education. So one of our educational things is our summer science camps, which we just finished our 5th one, and we're having one next week called CSI Forensics. But we put out a summer science camp table so that you can see the different types of activities that we do. We do microscope work. We talk about fossils and fossilized animal parts. We also talk about the human body. We talk about fossil prints. And so our camp has been showing off here the things that we've done this summer. It's their natural inquisition. They are inquisitive about everything, and they're sponges. They'll just soak up anything that you can talk about or teach them. And if we can give them hands-on science, that's quite a bit better than them just reading it in a book. Science is fun, and when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time out in nature, and a lot of these children don't get out in nature as much as I did. It's a different society now. They stay inside and play games. But I'd like for them to use some hands-on activities here to explore so that they'll get outside and have an interest in the natural world as well. Of course we are. We're South Florida Museum. We're all about science. We're all about learning. We're all about activities that engage the mind, and I'm really happy to be here and be a part of this.
We have a long partnership with the South Florida Museum. Mosaic has enjoyed its rich history here, supporting not only Snooty, but the many, many other great educational initiatives that take shape and take place here at the museum, including the many field trips and summer camps. You just can't go wrong when you have a community partner like the South Florida Museum. You know, Mosaic as an industry, we're always located kind of far out of the area. Not many people get to see our operations or get to know us as a community partner. This is a chance for us to introduce ourselves to the community, for the community to get to know Mosaic in turn. And at the end of the day, it's just about fun. There's no greater joy than watching that child who discovers that one shark's tooth hold it up like he's found pure gold. So we enjoy it. It is. It's wonderful. We know that this is a popular spot. The Fossil Fun Zone is one of our biggest requests all year long from different community organizations, but we're always here for Snooty's birthday. And you know, it's important for folks to know who we are because we help the world grow the food it needs. At the end of the day, these folks need to realize that the food that they buy at the grocery store starts with phosphate right here in their backyard. And that's how the food story starts, and it starts here in Manatee County. We're an important part of that, and we like to tell them that story about not just about Mosaic, but about Manatee County.
And I'm with Around the Bend Nature Tours. We are environmental educators. We get funding from Sarasota Bay Estuary Program and Manatee Audubon and other groups that so we can take school kids out. And today we're teaching them about the importance of the gopher tortoise, keystone species in our environment that most people don't even know exists. So we're here to teach the students how important our wilderness areas are for our very existence.
And what happens to all these animals during a fire?
Well, when the natural fire occurs, the deer run away, the birds fly away, but all the little creatures go down into the gopher tortoise burrow. So this guy, the gopher tortoise, digs burrows 3 to 10 feet deep, 20 to 40 feet long, and these little critters can build little side tunnels. So there's been over 360 animals documented sharing the burrow with the gopher tortoise. Insects, reptiles, amphibians, rodents, everything you can imagine.
What happens when they all get in there together?
Nothing. There's some kind of an agreement. When they're down in there, they get along. When they come out, all bets are off. But down in there,
I mean, I see snakes in there.
Yeah. The endangered indigo snake will use them. Because snakes don't dig holes. They take advantage of holes that are there.
Yeah, I got it.
So, yeah.
Well, Snooty is a very important part of our educating people about the waterways here in Florida, and Maritime Museum has all to do with those waterways. While it's situated in Cortez Fishing Village, which is one of the oldest fishing villages still functioning in Florida, it talks about fishing, but also boating, and also why it's so important to keep the waterways healthy and keep the fish populations in balance. And how all the waterways tie together, and the people who have made their living from that, and the tools that they've used throughout history. So it all ties in with this really important environmental, ecological, historical message that we're trying to share, and that South Florida Museum is trying to share, and that Snooty is a mascot of. They can expect to see a good diversity of stuff. We have a lot of tools. As I mentioned before, we have an exhibit on some of the early native peoples who lived here on our waterways. We have an interesting story too, because our building is actually housed in a historic schoolhouse. So we have some information about the building, which was a school, some of the students who lived there. After it was a school, an artist lived there, Bob Sailors. He was a weaver, so we have some of his weavings and information about him. He was a very colorful fellow and had a big impact on Cortez Village. And then we have information about the families who settled Cortez. Very strong, important people that came and weathered storms and still are really strong in preserving their history. And then we have boat models. We have a kids area. We have a really fun scavenger hunt kids come and do. We have a shell collection. One of the fishermen from Cortez became enamored by collecting specimens he pulled up. So we have a very significant collection of his, which is shells and other specimens, as well as log books and charts and graphs and photos. And we change. We have rotating exhibits all the time. We have a great exhibit this fall on sailor superstitions, all the superstitions at sea, including a focus on tattoos and what all those tattoos mean and why sailors have them and get them. And if you have a tattoo, we invite you to submit it to the exhibit if it's maritime and family friendly. Well, our website is floridamarittimemuseum.org. We also have a Facebook page, and you can call us, 708-6120, and we'll answer any questions you have.
I'm Connie Zach, and I'm on the board of directors for Manatee Audubon, and we have a preserve near Ellington off of the Environmental Farm Road, and there is a bird walk once a month starting in October, and you can go in any time and walk through, and these are some of the birds that we see. People come from all over to see the painted bunting. And we have quite a long bird list of the birds that we see in the winter time. And you can walk in any time. At the bird walk, they are, the gate is open where you can park inside. As we took every third grader in Manatee County to the park for a walk, a nature walk, where they talked about the frogs and the bugs and the birds and everything. And every single group, how many was it? 69 field trips we provided for third graders last year. And we hope maybe to get a grant from Mosaic to do that again next year. So basically, membership for Audubon is $20 per family. Go to their website, Manatee County Audubon, and you can get all the information.
We're with the Lemur Conservation Foundation out in Mayaca. We have a lemur reserve with almost 55 lemurs that people come and study, and some of them we actually send back to Madagascar. And it's really neat because they have a 10-acre forest to run around in and be lemurs. And of course, they're the most endangered primate in the world. And anything we can do to help them and learn more about them, we do it right there in Mayaca. Conservation for one animal is conservation for the whole habitat, the whole ecosystem, the whole world. And in the case of lemurs, it's habitat destruction that's causing their problems in Madagascar. And they have a new government who believes in ecotourism and conservation, and so things are going to improve. But the more we know about anything on the planet, the more we can help our planet.
Well, we're not open to the public normally, but we will be having an open house sometime in early November. So if you want to sign up for our newsletter on Facebook or on our website, lemurreserve.org, then you can get all the information about coming out and seeing us.
Well, it's just that the conservation of anything makes the world a better place. And the more we understand about our world, whether it's the animal shelter, birds in the wild with Audubon, or Snooty and manatees of any kind, you can take care of your planet and understand your planet, and all of these things make the world a better place.
So we are here at Snooty's birthday. It's the 67th celebration for Snooty's birthday, and it's a great celebration for the community because he is one of the reasons why this museum has been here for such a long time. Everybody coming together to make sure that he has the lettuce he needs and make sure that he has the facility he needs, and we've just grown and grown every year. So he is such an important part of the museum, but the community as well. And today we have lots of different science activities to engage families. So we've got the science of sandcastles and the science of bubbles. And what we're really just trying to show people is that science is in your everyday life. And so come on down to the museum when you've got an afternoon off, and we'll engage you with some science, maybe some history, and of course some Snooty. Sure, so we've got a lot of great engaging activities for young people. So again, we have the science of sandcastles, which is just a reminder that, hey, when you go out to the beach and you're building these sandcastles, there's some science there that's keeping your structures nice and strong. We also have the science of bubbles, so a reminder that even the simplest, most silly things in life can really have a really profound scientific basis. And so we just want people to take a look into their lives and put on that scientist hat, be a scientist, explore their world, and share that. So that's what the museum is all about, is just coming together as a family, as a group, and sharing some great stories and having fun while we're doing it. My favorite part of the entire day, I have to say, is Snooty himself. When we sing happy birthday to Snooty, I get goosebumps to know that everybody is here for him. And right now it's so special because he has 3 other tank mates in the tank with him. So they're probably just thinking, what in the world is going on? Why are there so many people here? Why are they singing to us? But I can't help but think that they do know that we're here and that that's a celebratory atmosphere. So they get really excited and they're moving around, and that just reminds us that that they're a part of our community.
Well, Snooty is the official mascot of Manatee County, but he's also, I think, everybody feels like he's their pet. They love him. They've grown up with him, and they want to see him thrive in the community, and he just represents not only manatees, but Manatee County. That's why. So we have a great crowd here today. It's really thrilling to see everybody want to come say happy birthday to Snooty and see his pals in rehab and support the South Florida Museum. Well, we can talk about almost anything here at the South Florida Museum. We're a natural history museum. We have an amazing digital planetarium. We can fly you through the universe and bring you back. We could land you on Mars or the moon, or we can look back at Earth and study the Earth. We have a beautiful natural history museum with, we can study paleontology and archaeology. We can look at what life was like 10,000 years ago for people who lived here, or we can look at what life is like today. And that's what the aquarium shows us. So we can really take you to the ends of the universe, to a manatee habitat today, and where else can you do that except here at the South Florida Museum? We do. There's activities all over the museum. Within the museum, we have special docents that have been trained to share more about our natural history topics. And then out in the parking lot, we have vendors who help share the word of protecting our environment. Audubon Society, we have Save the Manatee Club, a whole variety of vendors out there, or agencies that really help protect the environment. And in the plaza, you can say happy birthday to Snooty. So all those free activities. Oh, we are thrilled to be embarking on a new project that will bring us a new early learning center, and it will be the Mosaic Backyard Universe, as well as a nice big connector space in front of the museum. And we're going to renovate the exhibits. So the exhibits are wonderful, but we want to upgrade them a little bit, update them, and make it easier for people to understand what we do here. So that's just some of what we're going to be doing in the next couple of years. Well, I think Snooty's big message that I think everybody should take to heart is that if we protect the environment, we can protect manatees and they can live as long as Snooty. And that's our job. I mean, we live in this nearshore environment. We need to take care of it, and he really sends that message. And if you care for yourself and you eat a lot of lettuce and you swim and get exercise, you could probably live as long as Snooty or longer.
Well, you know, it's a representation, I think, of our community, of Manatee County, the Bradenton area, Palmetto area. It's, you know, it encompasses our history with this fine museum. You know, Snooty's been here 67 years. You know, if he could talk, I'm sure he'd have a lot of stories to tell about things that happen here in Manatee County. So, yeah, this is a great facility. I was just talking earlier today with someone from Sarasota County. They've been here in the area for 30 years, and this is their first time here, and they were so impressed with the facilities we have here. And, you know, they're in the process of their fundraising for major expansion, and that is a wonderful, wonderful happening that's going to be here in Manatee County in downtown Bradenton along the river. So we're all real pleased about that. Well, again, it's where we come from. You know, our environment, if we don't protect our environment, you can't get that back. And you know, this Manatee County, a large part of it, the west side, it's all coastal community, and we're so fortunate to have the estuaries, you know, 3 estuaries here, you know, with Tampa Bay, Sarasota Bay, and Charlotte Harbor. Charlotte, it is just an amazing what we have environmentally here in Manatee County, and how important it is that we don't lose that. Well, you know, you just look around, families, grandparents, parents, the children around here. It says that we're a family, a quality family community here, a quality family community, and that's so important. You know, when people are looking for areas to live, work, and play, businesses looking for areas to relocate. This is one of the things that they really look at. You know, what do we have for cultural entertainment, for museums, for our library system, our environmental system that we have here to preserve and protect. These are all part that help paint the big picture of the quality community that we have here in Manatee County.
Hello, what's your name?
Ethan Varn.
What school do you go to?
Dobie Elementary.
What do you think of this event so far?
It's pretty cool. They're right about to pull out a birthday cake for Snooty to eat, and they're going to sing happy birthday. It's pretty cool. I like seeing all the manatees here, and it's a fun experience.
What's your favorite part so far?
Probably seeing the manatees.
Hi everyone, welcome to Snooty's 67th birthday celebration. We get to do this once a year, and Snooty kind of knows what's happening. I'd like to thank, first of all, our volunteer Becky for making his cake for him. This is most all of Snooty's favorite things, depending on his mood. So it's not your typical birthday cake. We have red cabbage, we have strawberries, pineapples, a little bit of mandarin orange, sweet potatoes. So these are things that he gets on a daily basis for the most part, but not too regularly. So he's looking forward to that. We can tell he's already tapered off on his other meals. I'd like to introduce to you Renee Sayo. She's our executive director.
Thank you, Marilyn. What a job, huh? Would you like to be the boss of Snooty? That's Marilyn. Thank you all for being here. What an exciting day, huh? Snooty at 67. I think he needs a round of applause. Well, we appreciate everybody celebrating with us, and it's just a great day when the community turns out to support our official mascot of Manatee County, and also the Guinness Book of World Records oldest manatee. Wow. And for me, I always love to say that Snooty sends such an important message to everybody that, you know, if we protect the environment, protect animals can live as long as Snooty, and that's what we're trying to do, which is educate people that that can happen. So he's making history every day. It is my pleasure to share with you that Mosaic has sponsored this event again. And Jackie Barron is here from Mosaic. And with Mosaic support, we can offer our other exhibitors the opportunity to come and help share the word about protecting the environment. So, Jackie, thank you for all you do for us.
It's my pleasure, Mosaic's pleasure, and fortune to be today's presenting sponsor again. But I always like to remind everyone who packs in here today that it's not possible without the folks in blue right here. So a big round of applause for the staff, please. They work hard 24/7, 365 to make this possible every year. And also keep in mind, we're here all year, folks. Feel free to come back. We're here all the time. There's lots of great things to see and do and learn on days when we're not celebrating Snooty's 67th birthday. Although Snooty, I'm certain, really believes that every day is his birthday in some fashion. He is used to always being the belle of the ball. And now I'm going to hand off the mic because we're going to get to what is really important today, which is marking the moment with song. Thankfully, that will not be me doing it. I'm going to turn it over to Adeline Keebler, this year's Miss Manatee County, who's going to lead us in the birthday song.
All right, I hope you guys can all join in with me and sing happy birthday to Snooty. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Snooty. Happy birthday to you.
Hello, what's your name?
David?
Enzo. What do you think about the event so far?
Oh, it's fantastic. A little wet today, but...
Yeah, but it's a little wet today. The enemies in the world, son.
What's your favorite part so far?
There's some...
What do you like? What's your favorite?
Walruses.
Walruses.
Thank you all for coming to Snooty's 67th birthday bash. We'll see you next year at his next birthday bash.
Happy birthday, Snooty.
Happy birthday, Snooty.
Happy birthday, Snooty.
Happy birthday, Snooty.
Happy birthday, Snooty!
Happy birthday, Snooty! Let's keep going.
Happy birthday, Snooty.
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 Happy birthday, Snooty. 67. I'm only 5 away from you.
Happy birthday, Snooty.
On behalf of the Florida Maritime Museum, we want to wish Snooty a very happy birthday.
I'm Jackie Barron with the Mosaic Company, and on behalf of all of us at Mosaic, we want to send a big happy birthday wish to Snooty on the big 6-7.
Happy birthday, Snooty.
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 Yeah, say it one more time.
Happy birthday, Snooty.
On behalf of the staff, the board, the volunteers, and all of our community, Snooty, a very happy 67th birthday and many more.